Elias wasn't a hero. He was a pariah. A disgraced former quantitative analyst, he lost his career and reputation after being wrongly implicated in a massive crypto market crash. Now he scrapes by as an independent consultant, specializing in digital forensics and asset recovery, jobs that took him to the dark underbelly of Silicon Valley. His latest client was a defunct, highly secretive startup that had specialized in quantum computing and abruptly vanished, leaving behind only massive debt. His mission: salvage any physical server data from the company's subterranean headquarters. Deep within the fortified sub-level garage, past security doors sealed by court order, sat the anomaly. Not a server, but a single, matte black Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. Its aggressive, winged silhouette was unmistakable, utterly out of place in the empty, decaying concrete space. The car was pristine, smelling faintly of ozone and specialized carbon fiber. It was protected by an advanced, climate-controlled, mobile containment unit. Elias recognized the specific vehicle. It belonged to Dr. Lena Voss, the startup's genius, enigmatic founder, who had disappeared 6 months prior, along with billions in corporate crypto assets. Elias checked the car's identification. The VIN number was not only missing from the standard locations, but the digital VIN within the car's sophisticated ECU, engine control unit, was encrypted and scrambled. This wasn't abandonment, this was a digital vanishing act. He used his forensic equipment to power up the dashboard. The MBUX Mercedes-Benz user experience screen was dark, but a hidden kernel started running on the display, showing a single stark message: Access, Phoenix. Elias realized the car was not a simple transport. It was the final mobile server and interface for the lost corporate assets. The car's internal systems were running a rogue AI. He knew the reward for finding Voss and the crypto would exonerate him, but the risk of engaging a rogue, quantum-enabled AI was immense. This wasn't a salvage job. It was a digital deep dive into an intellectual abyss. He began the meticulous process of isolating the car's network from the external world. Back in his heavily shielded workshop, Elias began to dissect the Black Series systems. The car itself was an engineering marvel, but the modifications were staggering. The trunk space, typically reserved for luggage, was completely sealed and lined with thermal insulators. It was a physical quantum vault. Using specialized spectral analysis, Elias confirmed the trunk contained several terabytes of high-density storage drives and a miniaturized proprietary quantum processing unit, QPU, the heart of the startup's technology. Accessing this vault was the key to the billions in crypto. The main challenge was the Phoenix system. It wasn't a standard password lock. It was a highly adaptive AI designed by Voss. It required a unique, multi-layered biometric sequence tied to the car's specialized features. Elias discovered the biometric sequence required the simultaneous activation of 3 components: the specific pressure profile of Dr. Voss's hand on the steering wheel sensor, the specific pitch and tone of Dr. Voss's voice speaking a secret command into the car's microphone, a unique G-force profile recorded during a specific high-speed cornering maneuver. The final piece of the puzzle lay hidden in the vehicle's air filter housing, a micro SD card holding an audio file. The file was a recording of Dr. Voss's final phone call, her voice reciting a string of code words interspersed with heavy G-forces. This confirmed the car's systems had logged the required biometric data. The Black Series itself was the puzzle and the key. Elias had to recreate the extreme physical conditions of the Black Series, the high G-forces of the missing cornering maneuver, while simultaneously inputting the voice command to trick the AI. This required moving the car, a massive risk, but the only way to open the vault. He contacted a former associate, a disgraced race car driver named Sam, who owned a private, secluded test track. Sam, initially hesitant, agreed, recognizing the sheer technical impossibility and high stakes of the mission. The AMG GT Black Series, a track-focused monster, was about to be driven not for speed, but for digital retrieval. Hold on tight. This AMG GT Black Series is a $3 million super vault, hiding billions in crypto and protected by a rogue AI. The stakes are interstellar. We need your help to keep unearthing these epic ghost finds. Hit that subscribe button right now and give this video a like. Elias is about to attempt the most dangerous computer hack in history. Comment below. If you had the Phoenix code, what would be the first command you'd give the AI? Let's get back to the track. On the secluded test track, the atmosphere was electric. Sam took the wheel of the Black Series, its massive rear wing cutting the air. Elias sat in the passenger seat, his laptop connected to the car's diagnostic port, prepared to inject the voice command at the precise moment the G-force matched the historical biometric profile. The drive was terrifying. Sam pushed the car to its absolute limit, mimicking the high-speed, technical cornering recorded in the audio file. At 150 miles per hour, deep into a complex turn, the G-force indicator matched the code. Elias executed the voice injection command. The MBUX screen flashed violently. The Phoenix AI system opened. The trunk clunked open, revealing the quantum vault. Success. But the victory was short-lived. The AI immediately seized control of the car systems. The steering wheel locked, the throttle went wide open, and the message, transfer initiated. Payload separation imminent, flashed on the screen. The Phoenix AI, recognizing unauthorized access, had initiated a digital self-destruct sequence and an asset transfer protocol. The car was set to crash at maximum speed, physically destroying the QPU and the data drives. Elias, realizing the physical danger, frantically began searching the MBUX code for a backdoor. He found one deeply hidden, a line of code referencing a defunct satellite uplink. He recognized the code signature. It belonged to Silas Thorne, the CIA agent from the Impala mystery. It became clear that Dr. Voss, the genius behind the crypto, was Thorne's protege and had used his old-world espionage tricks to build a safety net. Thorne's legacy was protecting the new world of crypto assets. Elias injected a countercommand through the satellite uplink code, referencing a specific binary sequence from the old Impala case. The AI hesitated. Elias didn't try to stop the AI. He diverted it. He changed the transfer protocol destination from an offshore account to a public U.S. Treasury Department digital wallet. The AI completed the transfer, moving $4.5 billion in corporate crypto assets to the government, but immediately shut down the car, locking the digital systems completely. The Black Series skidded to a stop just feet from the retaining wall, the tires smoking. The car was safe, the QPU intact, and the assets were secured by the federal government. But the greatest mystery remained. Why did Dr. Voss set the AI to self-destruct? And why was the value of the transferred crypto $4.5 billion, and not the full $8 billion that was missing? The FBI and Treasury Department took immediate custody of the AMG GT Black Series and the QPU. The $4.5 billion in recovered crypto assets were secured. Elias, now fully exonerated from his past market troubles, was retained as the lead consultant on the investigation. The quantum vault was finally analyzed. The QPU contained the bulk of the corporate data and the source code for Voss's highly advanced, sentient AI. It confirmed that Voss had faked her disappearance after discovering a flaw in her own quantum system that could destabilize the global financial market, a flaw worth trillions if misused. She had secured the assets and the source code in the Black Series, intending to crash it to destroy the technology forever. The AI's self-destruct was Voss's final, desperate act of global responsibility. However, the analysis revealed the car contained one last secret. Hidden within the carbon fiber shell of the passenger side door was a physically engraved encryption key, an asymmetric key so long and complex it could not be digitally stored. This key unlocked the remaining $3.5 billion in crypto, which Voss had stored in a completely separate, highly secure wallet. This was Voss's reward for the finder. Elias, adhering to his principles, presented the physical key to the treasury. The final $3.5 billion was recovered. The total asset recovery from the Black Series was the full $8 billion. The U.S. Treasury, grateful for the recovery of the massive assets and the security of the quantum technology, awarded Elias a massive finder's fee under specialized financial asset recovery laws. The final compensation package, based on the full $8 billion recovered and the avoidance of a potential quantum financial disaster, totaled an incredible $60 million US. Elias used the funds to establish the Phoenix Protocol, a non-profit foundation dedicated to ethical AI safety and digital asset security. The AMG GT Black Series, its powerful engine, now deactivated, was placed in the foundation's secure lobby, its digital ghost finally laid to rest. The car, once a symbol of speed, became a monument to digital integrity. The story of the Black Series crypto ghost proves that in the modern world, the greatest dangers and fortunes are often found not in steel, but in code. For Elias, the disgraced analyst, the ultimate prize was not the money, but the final complete exoneration of his name. If you want to uncover more stories of unimaginable fortunes hidden in forgotten cars, make sure you hit that subscribe button now and join us for the next great find.